Hi, my name is Jason Casanova, and I am one of the artists in residence for tuba and euphonium here at Kennesaw State University in Kennesaw, Georgia. Today we'll be going over the GMEA All-State Etudes for 2018 and 2019. First, we will be doing the lyrical etude, which is marked quarter note equals 56 espressivo. Now that's something that's unique to this year's All-State Etudes. The first time that I've seen something marked espressivo, and even in the etude you get things such as rubato in measure 5. So that would be something to definitely take notice of. All right, now I will probably play through it a couple of times, once very straight-laced, and then again with a little more expressiveness. And you can kind of see what I do between them. The biggest issue here, if you're a student looking at this, is obviously going to be measure 5. You've got a lot of 16th notes, which is already, scary in the first place. But to make it even worse, it's pretty high, and there are some large leaps. Okay, so you've really got to watch out for those. You've really got to take time and take them slowly, taking them at whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, eighth notes, then bringing them down to 16th notes. Now, you're a little bit lucky here because right above that it does say rubato. So you can take a little bit of time, a little bit of give and take, but the time still kind of has to be there. It can't just be randomly played slower or faster, or I'm going to play this note slower, this note faster, or anything like that. It's got to be tasteful, okay? And rubato literally means to be robbed. So you take from here over here and you put it back over here. That was the first time I took a little bit of time in between the downbeat of measure 5 to where I started the rubato section. Just a little bit of space in between, which I would recommend whether you're doing it pretty straight-laced or with the more espressivo aspect of it. Now I'm going to run through it with a little bit more expressiveness and a little bit more rubato in measure 5. I will probably also speed up measure 6 just a little bit. It does say a tempo, but I feel personally like it should be moving a little bit more. Also, make sure that in measure 10 of this etude, you really take special care of paying attention to all of the accidentals that are in measure 10 and 11. Because if you're not paying attention and you're not making sure you're playing all the right notes, a lot of students will miss them and it'll sound really weird. Next up, the technical etude. It is marked con vivo. So the biggest thing to watch out for in this etude are all of the articulations. There are some tricky articulations. Between the slurs, between notes, and the accents that are all over the place, it's very tricky. There are a lot of slurs that are in spaces that you would like them not to be, obviously. And that's them, wanting to make sure that you're watching or reading everything. So really don't go into those pitfalls. Some more spots to look out for. Measure 7, obviously. You've got some eighth notes with some 16th rests in there, and some dotted eighth notes with 16th notes. Make sure that you're really subdividing and counting those out right. Also, the pitch relationships between notes aren't always as audible as you would like them to be, so you really have to take time, once again, to slow down the notes, and play through them very slowly. Again, whole notes, then half notes, then quarter notes, eighth notes, then what the rhythm is written. And so you're looking at measure 7, and you're also looking at measure 15 as well. You've got some really crazy jumps there. From high G to D, high B flat, back down to G, then down to D. It's pretty intense. So really, really take your time and spend some slow time prepping that. Also, make sure to watch out for the retard in measure 12, as well as the measure before that, measure 11. It's got a fun little minor section in there, minor triads and whatnot. So really watch out for all those spots. Another thing to watch out for is the transition between measures 8 and 9. If you notice, beat 4 has a tenuto mark on it, meaning full length value, and it's also in the mezzo forte dynamic. Beat 9 starts the mezzo piano dynamic. It's almost like a subito mezzo piano. So I would even say maybe take it a little bit softer than mezzo piano, maybe a piano, just to show the contrast in the dynamic. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you learned a lot from here. If you'd like more information about Kennesaw State University and the School of Music, please feel free to visit the website here. Thanks again, and happy practicing.